Wake the frick up. Stephen E here, bestsellerguru.com. What are you doing with the stress in your life? What are you doing with the fear in your life? When I was a kid, I had a plethora of stress in my life, and I was definitely an empath, and I took on an immense amount of stress every day of my life. And at the time, I didn't know what to do with it. And it's known that when stress comes into your life or when you're fearful, for me, I froze or I fought. And that's mainly what most people do. I mean, you could faint, you could run, but most people, that's what mainly people do. And now we have tons of stress coming in. And if you don't know anything to do with the stress, you don't know how to mitigate it and get rid of it, then we're just gonna be in a state of mind at a lower energy. So what I do is when stress come into my life, first I revisit and got rid of all these other stresses in my life. And I always look at life as a parallel universe. And even way back in your past, if things flash up in your past, there's a lot of times I take myself, I go back in a meditation, I see myself, and I take myself out of that situation. And I remove myself out of that reality. And then I release it out of my body. So it goes deeper in that. However, right now, what are you doing with stress in your life? Well, what I do, when I feel any kind of stress, I feel like something's bothering me, I actually get aware of it. And I start breathing and I do deep breaths and I get aware of it and I say, okay, great. I'm not little a boy anymore. I know what to do with it now. So I breathe, I take charge of it, then I take some kind of action and some kind of good action. Because when you let reality take over your life, then you're much like a victim in this life. You have a choice. So when stress comes in your life, you don't want to stay in that low energy, because with that low energy, you're just going to attract more and more of that energy into you, or you're going to react and you're going to be mad at somebody. And what's going on, you're regurgitating all that fear out into the universe or onto people in your life, the people that you love. So the next time you have some kind of stress in your life, take deep breaths, take a couple deep breaths, get charge of it and say, what good action can I take? And also get back in the moment, because a lot of times our mind will see so much bad happening to us. And then remember, the mind in imagination, even in the bad, it doesn't know if it's real or not. So therefore we're gonna get flooded with all those chemicals, and that brain is not gonna be working properly. So the next time you have stress, take deep breaths. Take a deep, deep breath and say, I'm in charge. What kind of good action could I take? And if you do that more and more, you start learning how to deal with your stress. So Stephen E here. If you have a book you want to get out to the world, that's what I love to do, is help people. Also, we have the illuminated ones. Some of the best people in the world are all coming together. So go to bestsellerguru.com to find out more information. You want to have a one-on-one call with me, bestsellerguru.com, and I'll talk to you later. Take a deep breath.